You tell yourself you want happiness, peace, joy, fulfillment, but deep down you're chasing something else entirely, not comfort, not contentment, but attention, validation, recognition. You don't want to be whole, you want to be witnessed. Lacan would say, you're not following your desire, you're following the desire of the other, the invisible audience in your mind. Every post, every opinion, every outfit, every smile you practice, it's not for you. It's for the mirror you've mistaken for meaning. You shape your dreams around what looks desirable, not what actually satisfies you. Because being seen as happy matters more than being happy. You scroll through curated lives, compare yourself to curated people, and wonder why your desire feels fake. Because it is. Not fake as in false, fake as in borrowed. You didn't invent your desire. You inherited it from eyes that never belonged to you, parents, teachers, strangers, screens. Lacan called it the desire of the other, the craving to be seen as someone worthy, not because you feel it, but because they might. You don't ask, what do I want? You ask, what would make them want me? And you tailor your identity to match an imagined gaze. That's why you sabotage peace, because peace is invisible, quiet, private, and you've been trained to want applause, not stillness. You don't want fulfillment. You want to be seen as someone who's fulfilled, and that's not the same thing. You pursue aesthetics of happiness, the photos, the titles, the lifestyle, but deep down you feel hollow inside your performance, because desire is tricky. It never points straight at what you need. It circles around absence. It speaks in metaphors, not maps. Lacan knew that what we desire most is what we feel we lack. But instead of facing the lack, we cover it with masks, hoping someone will validate the mask hard enough to make it feel real. That's why achievements don't satisfy. You don't want the thing. You want what it says about you. You want to be seen having it. It's not the job. It's being admired for it, not the relationship. It's being envied for it, not the moment. It's being watched in it. Your life becomes a stage, not for joy, but for recognition. And the more recognition you get, the more empty you feel, because the real you was never part of the performance. It was backstage, unseen, unspoken, unfelt. Lacan didn't say desire was wrong. He said we misunderstand its direction. We think we desire objects, but what we really desire is to fill the lack with meaning, and we substitute recognition for that meaning. And that's why you chase things that don't satisfy, because you were never chasing the thing. You were chasing how it would look to others. You ask why you feel disconnected. Maybe it's because you've spent your life chasing reflections and wondering why they can't hold you. You think you want love, but you want to be wanted. You want someone to prove you exist, so you don't have to. But no amount of attention can replace your own absence, and no mirror will ever love you back. The truth is, you don't need to be seen to be real, but you've built your identity on the assumption that you do, and that's why silence terrifies you, because there's no applause in silence, no gaze, no feedback loop to anchor your worth. Lacan said, the self is a construction, and you've built yours with borrowed bricks, memories, judgments, algorithms, comparison, fear. But the part of you that wants to be recognized is not the part that needs healing. It's the part that's afraid of being real without approval. You've confused visibility with value, and so you optimize your life for attention, but lose intimacy. You craft your persona, but forget your person. You say, I want to be happy, but ask yourself, would you still want that happiness if no one saw it? Would you still chase the goal if it earned you no praise? Would you still speak the truth if no one rewarded you for it? Or have you turned your life into a campaign where even your healing must be aesthetic and your pain must be marketable? This is the trap Lacan warned about. The subject who performs desire without ever feeling it, who plays a role so long they forget they're acting. And deep down, you feel it, the dissonance between what you present and what you actually need. You keep chasing mirrors, but the real work is not being seen. It's learning to see yourself without the gaze of the other telling you who that is, to desire from within, to choose without applause, to live without explanation. Because when you finally stop performing, you might discover that the recognition you craved was always a substitute for something quieter, not happiness, not achievement, not validation, just presence, just permission, just enoughness. And maybe, just maybe, you were never meant to be understood by everyone, only to understand yourself without apology. Lacan would say, you are split, but you don't have to keep splitting yourself in two just to be seen. You can live a life that doesn't need to be witnessed to be real. You don't need more likes. You need more presence. You don't need to be impressive. You need to be whole. And that begins, not when they see you, but when you see yourself for the first time without performance.